First entry. I found this notebook in my coat along with a metal pen. Most of the pages have been ruined, blackened by some old spilt fluid, but thankfully, some of the pages are out for use. As I write this, I'm sitting in a ruin of what must have been some kind of courtyard. Maybe it belonged to somebody wealthy once upon a time. Maybe it used to be the centre of some kind of public park. It's full of these bizarre looking dead trees. The bark look almost like bone. I've been here for, well, a long damn time. But I've never seen the sun rise or set. Never seen a single star. Hell, I haven't felt much as a breeze. And so when I first woke up, I was shitting myself. Didn't even know my own name for the first few hours. It was like stepping out of the real world into a mirror. I knew everything around me had to be real, but it was all twisted in some way that made it seem unreal. I've already said the thing about the trees, but the floor seemed to feel almost elastic to the touch. The stone that made up the derelict structures and unused cobble pathways had a consistent shiny sheen, as if it were consistently wet or maybe metallic. And there's absolutely no noise here too. No other sounds other than the ones I make myself. I don't get why I'm here, why I'm the only one. Everything's just kind of fuzzy, memory-wise. So I don't know why I would have come here if I did purposefully. Or what could have brought me here. But I'm going to find out. I'll write some more when I found something. Second entry. I found a living tree. Well, it's not alive, but it's also not made of bone like the other trees, so that's close enough for me. It looks like a normal deck tree, or what I think is a normal deck tree. There's a hole big enough to fit my hand in, although something tells me not to go sticking my hand in any random hole. I tried looking inside the hole, but it was like looking into the absence of reality. There was absolutely nothing. Nothing that I could pick up with my eyes anyway. I looked around the tree and found what looked to be like a small shallow grave at the base. I say shallow because whatever it was that was buried, I could smell it. Like rot that snuck its way through the loose dirt and into my skull. It took me a while to decide if digging up was worth the trouble, considering the putrid scent that liquefied my nostrils. After some time passed, I knew I couldn't pass on this opportunity to learn something about this place. If it had rotted, then it was alive at some stage. Covering my nose with my sleeve, I pushed away the rubberized earth with my hand. The smell worsening as the loose particles fell away to reveal what had been hidden. A finger, with a damaged golden band at the bottom. Honestly, I'm debating taking it out of the ground. I get this feeling that it'll take me to where I want to go, even though that just doesn't make any sense. And not to mention the fact that carrying around a rotting finger is beyond fucking disgusting. I'll write more when I've made a decision. Third entry. So I took the finger. When I grabbed it, I was surprised by my ability to keep my composure. Yes, holding that thing was disgusting. But it's as if it wasn't my first time in this kind of situation. My memory still hasn't cleared up. At least not as much as I would like. Still just in bits and pieces, the occasional fact or thought. But back to the main problem. The finger. Turns out, yeah, it was able to lead me somewhere. When it pointed in a specific direction, the smell seemed to lessen. Any other direction, and I'd be pretty close to retching. I did try to find some kind of pattern at first, going one direction and then suddenly switching, only to find myself slowly moving toward the original direction, if only to escape this atrocious smell. Oddly enough, the finger led me down a path through the trees, as if it knew where to take me. The environment seemed to almost bend around my senses, like I was looking through a damaged telescope, and the only thing behind me was a dark void. It's hard to say exactly how it feels using words. To be honest, I'm pretty sure it's impossible. I ended up stopping by what looked to be like a large canyon. Just calling it large, but doing the mammoth labyrinth a disservice. I tried to see where the canyon ended from where I stood, but no matter what angle I tried to see it from, I just couldn't observe an end to the location. Even looking down into the canyon revealed nothing. There was no bottom. So I picked up a sizable rock, one about the size of my fist, and then I dropped it, and listened for the inevitable slam of rock hitting rock. I waited, and waited, and waited even more. There was never a single sound. I left the canyon feeling a little more unnerved than I had previously. My fingers pinching the rotting ligament tentatively. My stomach threatening to release its contents sooner rather than later. I still haven't seen any sort of living thing, and these trees are making me increasingly nervous. Feels like they're watching me, kind of like a hungry animal watches its future daytime snack. I think the finger still wants me to go somewhere. The smell's getting pretty damn bad. I'll update once I know more. Fourth entry. I thought I'd found civilization when I came across the first semi-standing home. Of course, after the 10th door knocked on, I gave up on any hope of finding anybody. It was like stepping into a medieval town, where some of the houses made of straw or what looked to be like hardened mud. Imagine stepping into a snapshot of a long demolished society. That's what it was like. But the finger stopped smelling as soon as I arrived, curling up and disintegrating, and it left the ring behind, its corroded surface bouncing along the dirt. But now, it shouldn't have bounced like it did. It acted as if the floor was that of a bouncy castle, the ring denting the dirt, then bouncing back up. The sheer sight of it made me queasy. Not because it was gross or something along those lines, but because it was so jarring to see something so alien. I grabbed the ring and I slotted it into my pocket before exploring further. The more I moved through the town, the more I noticed how the buildings repeated. I don't mean the same building type, but the exact same buildings over and over again. And it was like as if I watched them disintegrate, building by building. Imagine going through a flip art book. That's how it was. Eventually, the only thing left of the village was a lone signpost. Dark, leaking letters carved into the old mouldy wood. It said, "Take my hand. I'll take your head." So many things in this place are so incredibly twisted, but that was one of the worst. I'm not sure what it is, but the liquid oozing from that post filled me with such a powerful sense of fear, stronger than I've ever experienced since being here. It was weird though, because wait, there's a light. It's dim, but it's there. Alright, soon. Fifth entry. I'm in front of a mansion. The light is coming from the top floor. It's the first source of light I have seen since my arrival here. Yet, that's not exactly comforting. The light could be a warning. No, in fact, I am pretty sure it's a warning. A sign to stay away. But I don't like being told what to do. So I'm going inside. I don't really know what I expect to find in there, but I have some theories. The one that sticks in my head the most, though, is the one I'm the most determined to prove wrong. Because I refuse to believe where I stand right now is some other realm of existence. I refuse to accept that this place is hell or purgatory or whatever the fuck you want to call the afterlife. I think I might be dead. But that doesn't mean I have to like it.
So, that's all I have for you, my little kitty. Now you'll be sent back to whence you came, and we'll never see one another again. Or maybe we'll run into each other someday, go for a coffee, become best friends, grow old, die, followed by the imminent death of our good old eternal reality. Then, restart the cycle. We meet, we have coffee, we grow old, we die. Meet, have coffee, grow old, die. Meet, coffee, die. Meet, coffee, die. Meet, coffee, die. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over and... My apologies. I seem to have gotten carried away. Hopefully, if all goes well, none of that will happen. If we meet, go out for a coffee, grow old together, best friends forever, and die, it will be for the first and the last time. Now, my little kitty, it has been an absolute pleasure this evening, but I have to ask you to leave. I hope to never see you again. If I do end up seeing you where you don't belong, well, I may just find a use for you this time. And trust me,